Welcome, everyone, to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Today, we are at Patriot Stadium in Somerset, New Jersey. Mike Forbes and Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Somerset as all of our high school teams move to the big field today, Michael.
Yeah, Craig, this has to be a thrill for these kids playing in what amounts to be a professional field. And like you said, it is a beautiful day. Both of these teams, similar records, JFK 6-7, JFK hoping to even up their record. They'd like to walk out of here at 500 today. Colonia, in the meantime's record, 5-9. So I think we should have a good game.
We should.
All right, starting lineup for JFK on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Batting first, we have the second baseman, Zach Buchholz. Second, shortstop, Adonis Hernandez. At first, batting third will be Eric Giordano. Batting cleanup, the pitcher, Joe Stone. At third, batting fifth, Pablo Torres. Batting sixth, left fielder, Chad Barrel. Batting seventh, Matt DeParis. The center fielder, the catcher, Tom Farley, bats eighth, and the right fielder, Jose Sierra, bats ninth.
In this game, this is the first of what will be a doubleheader here at Somerset Patriot Field for Woodbridge teams. Woodbridge, in the next game, takes on Spotswood. We'll have that one, too. But first, this is the second meeting between these two teams. JFK won the first one, 4-2. And this has playoff implications for both of these teams. First 15 games that a team plays counts towards their record, counts as their record for state tournament playoff records. And so both of these teams are under that 15-game limit. Colonia, this is the last one for Colonia. JFK will have one more, but both of them obviously need to get some wins in order to secure both their position in the state tournament and their seeding.
And to say nothing of the rivalry between these two teams, too, Craig. So nobody wants to walk out of here with an L today.
Here's our first pitch of the game, and it is in there for a called strike. One on the mound for Colonia is Justin Bukowicki. Justin is 0-0 coming into the season, making his second appearance. He's pitched 3 innings his first outing. Here's the windup. The pitch, that's up a little bit high, and we're even at 1-1.
And Zach Buchholz is our second baseman leading off today. Zach's favorite movie, 42, which I haven't seen yet, which I hope to. How was that?
Yeah, it's very good.
I'm sure it was.
Here's one reaches poke. He went with that pitch nicely, skies it into right field,
nice
but there to make a nice
play.
diving catch is Adam
Skolnick in right. Nice play by Skolnick.
So Skolnick makes a terrific diving play, and there's one away. Perfect segue into giving you the Colonia defense. On the mound, as we said, is Justin Bukowicki, but in the outfield, Kyle Pietra Peritosa is in left, Scott Durkin in center, the aforementioned Adam Skolnick in right. Third baseman is Chris DeProfio. Vinny Ferrantino is at short. Eddie DeFabio at second. This pitch is outside for ball one. And Joe Catino is the first baseman. Behind the plate, Chris Kapik. And on the mound, as we said, Justin Bukowicki.
And here's a JFK shortstop, Adonis Hernandez. Favorite sport, baseball.
There's a surprise.
There you go. Favorite school subject, gym.
Up high for ball two.
And Adonis is a senior this year.
Adonis comes into the game batting .258, but leads the team in home runs with 3 and RBIs with 12. And you can see that Bukowicki is being very careful with him, Michael.
Well, again, you don't want to start out in the hole. The 2-1 count now.
Adonis is also the ace of the JFK pitching staff. Here's the windup, and a pitch swung on. That might have been outside. But he had the green light on 3-0, and swung through it. Maybe got a little bit of it. Bukowicki, as we said, making just his second appearance, comes in with a 2.3 ERA. There's a curveball hit on the ground. DeFabio is there, gets it on to first in time for the out. So 2 up, 2 down.
That brings up Eric Giordano, JFK's first baseman. Eric is a senior this year. And some trivia with, as far as Eric's likes and dislikes. Favorite movie, Troy. Interesting. Favorite music, rock and country. Favorite school subject, chemistry.
There we go.
Yeah, that's where we part company.
we need chemists. We need
that.
science.
We do. That we do.
Maybe we'll be a doctor. That one is inside. Got to think Giordano doesn't see a lot of lefties. Giordano batting .435. Has a home run and 5 RBIs. Outfielders playing him a little bit towards right. Durkin shading him that way. Thinks he's going to pull the ball. Giving him a lot of room, that left field line, boy. He could. That's a triple if he gets it in there, Mike.
And Joe Stone leading JFK batting .477 average. Joe brings into this game.
2-0. Bukowiecki's been behind on most of the batters, but most of the batters. He was behind on Enriquez. Or Hernandez, rather. Sorry. Now 3-0. Hernandez was at a 3-0 count, too. And Bukowiecki able to battle back and get him to ground out. Let's see how he does with Giordano. They take something off of that, but it's up high.
Ball 4.
And so the Mustangs have their first base runner.
And as I mentioned, Joe Stone coming up, their top batter, Craig, batting .477. Joe's favorite music, metal. Favorite school subject, history.
Here we go.
Most memorable baseball moment when he played Ulbridge his sophomore year, but he didn't provide details. So,
down low.
Keep us guessing.
Ball 1.
So JFK has 1 on, 2 out now.
Coutinho with a very small lead at first. Bukowiecki looks at now, he throws over there. Giordano has 1 stolen base on the year, so he is not likely to run. There's a strike. He had thrown 5 straight balls, did Bukowiecki. Waiting on deck, Pablo Torres, the third baseman. Here's the windup, the pitch, swung on and hit into right field. Zolnik coming on, can't get it.
No.
Giordano around second, he'll go on to third. Zolnik's up with the ball, gets it into the shortstop, and the Mustangs have their first hit of the game.
Yeah, Adam Skolnick almost making his second spectacular play of the inning, just came up short.
He made a heck of a play on it. And that'll bring up Torres.
Now the Mustangs have a little 2-out rally, first and third. Pablo Torres is a senior. Favorite sport, baseball. Favorite movie for the love of the game. He says his favorite music, all kinds.
Okay, there we go.
So, eclectic taste in music. Favorite school subject, math.
Here we see Bukowiecki. Goes in motion, holds the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. Headed towards the foul.
Be out of
Let's
play.
see if Zolnik can get there. Nope, too far. A lot of room out there. And the foul area, that's where the bullpen is.
Pablo's JFK's third baseman says his most memorable baseball moment, his line drive to tie the game in the 7th inning against Roselle Park. Something he'll tell his grandkids about.
Yeah. As we said, the weather is fine. It's a little bit cloudy, a little overcast, which actually is good. It swung on, hit hard down the third base line. DiProfio gets it. Long throw to Coutinho in time for the out. And Bukowiecki avoids the trouble. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on. And at the end of a half inning of play, it's JFK nothing and Colonia coming to bat. Stay with us, everybody.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
To the bottom of the first we go. No score here at Somerset Patriots Ballpark in lovely Bridgewater. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin with you on this really nice Sunday afternoon. Starting lineups for Colonia. Leading off their first baseman, Joe Coutinho, playing shortstop, Vinny Ferrentino. The center fielder batting third is Scott Durkin. The cleanup hitter, Designated hitter is Ryan Pinnell. Batting fifth, the catcher Chris Kapik. Batting sixth, Christy Profio, the third baseman. In left field, Kyle Pietropertosa. In right field, Adam Skolnick batting eighth. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Edward DeFabio.
For the Mustangs on the hill is going to be Joe Stone. Stone leads the team with 3 wins. Comes into the game at 3-1 with an ERA of 2.33. Very impressive, Mike.
Yeah, very impressive that low an ERA for at this level.
He struck out 15 batters. Pitched 21 innings, giving up 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 18 hits, 1 home run, walked 10, struck out 15. So his walk to strikeout ratio is okay. Right-hander. Kind of the classic high school player, right? He's the pitcher and the cleanup hitter. Defensively, JFK will have Chad Burrell in left, Matt Paris in center, and Jose Sierra in right. There's the first pitch.
And Joe Catino leads off. He's the first baseman for Colonia. Favorite sport, baseball. Favorite movie, Olympus Has Fallen.
I don't remember seeing that one.
I don't either.
Stone's second pitch, a curveball.
Joe's a big country R&B fan. Favorite school subject, senior leave?
Senior leave, that's when
they get to leave early.
Early.
Yeah, some schools call it senior study.
Yes. Up high, ball 2. So
most memorable baseball moment last Somerset Patriot game when we spanked Woodbridge, according to Joe. So, there you go.
Here's the windup. The pitch swung on, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Let's see if it gets between the outfielders. It does. Catino rounds first. He'll head on in the second. Sierra tracks it down, and Catino is in to start the game with a double.
Leadoff double. Colonia puts a man in scoring position right off the bat, brings up Vinny Ferrantino.
Rounding out the defense, the infield for JFK, Pablo Torres is at third. Adonis Hernandez is at short. Zach Buckholz, the second baseman. Eric Giordano at first. Tom Farley behind the plate. And, of course, as we mentioned, Joe Stone on the mound. So Stone, a little bit of trouble right here. And that one is in there for a called strike 1.
Vinny's a Colonia shortstop, Craig. He's a junior this year. Vinny likes all music. Favorite school subject, English. And his most memorable moment, his very first varsity start. Yeah, I guess that's something you'd remember.
You remember that.
That's definitely
that's
something you'd remember. Oh, yeah.
Outside, ball 1. Ferrantino takes a long look down at Coach Hennessy on the third base lines. There's the windup. The pitch on the ground. But nice backhand by Buckholz. He's only got one play on to first in time as Catino moves over. Nice play by Buckholz. He saved the run, Michael.
Yeah, real nice. That was a nice backhanded play. He stayed with it.
That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Scott Durkin. Scott Durkin batting just .090. A little surprised to see him in the number 3 hole, but I must have. Well, he hit a fly ball. That's going to get the run in. Drifting over is Baral. He catches it, makes the play. Catino is able to get home easily. And the Patriots have the first run of the game on the sacrifice fly. And the RBI by Durkin.
Ryan's a DH. He's batting cleanup today. Ryan's a junior.
It was Durkin's second RBI of the season. Pennell, the designated hitter, batting for the pitcher.
Ryan's got 13 hits, scored 10 runs so far this year.
Nobody on. Takes the first one inside for ball 1.
Ryan's favorite subject, anatomy. And his most memorable baseball moment, actually moments, Little League with his best friends.
That one is hit hard in the
Ryan
right
sends
field.
one out to
diving try by Sierra, but it goes off his glove. Pennell is going to scoot on in the second. Tell you what, you can really see these outfielders are hustling out there.
Nice effort,
laying
yeah.
it all out on the line.
Seriously, nice effort by Joe Sierra out there and right.
Let's give him a double on that one. And with 2 outs, the Patriots have another runner in scoring position.
Chris is the Patriots catcher. Chris is a senior. He's a country music fan.
Has 4 RBIs on the season. Takes a strike. Now Stone's been pitching ahead in most of the counts. Takes a look at the runner and takes something off of that. Gets it in for a called strike 2, so he's way ahead in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on. Patriots have jumped out on top here in the first inning as the sun pokes through. There's the windup. The pitch that's in the dirt kicks away, and Pinnell trots on into second on the wild pitch. Or trots on into third, I should say. Big spot here for Kapik, and he delivers a line drive base hit.
So Colonia jumps out to an early 2-0 lead.
So Kapik has an RBI.
As they score their second run with 2 outs now, bottom first. Brings up the third baseman, Chris DeProfio for Colonia. Number 13, Chris is a senior. His favorite sport is football. Country music fan.
Profio with the only home run of the season by the Patriots. Steps in with 5 RBIs.
Favorite subject is math.
Here's the pitch, and that's hit hard down the left field line,
That's
but
foul.
curves foul.
Chris says his most memorable baseball moment, winning the districts. Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
That'll go in your scrapbook.
Kapik doesn't take much of a lead at first. Stones wind up the pitch. The curveball is in there for a strike. He's been getting the curve over.
He's ahead in the count, 0-2, 2 down.
A quick throw over. Kapik able to dive back safely. There were 3 games here today. The first game featured Edison and J.P. Stevens, and that was an exciting affair. That went 12 innings.
That was a 12 inning.
Yep. Here's the windup, and then a pitch just outside. There goes Kapik. Throw down, and the second is in time as Hernandez puts the tag on. Kapik's caught 2-6 if you're scoring at home. And that'll do it. So 2 runs on 3 hits. Nobody left on. And at the end of 1 full inning of play, it's Colonia 2 and JFK nothing. We'll be back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin from Somerset Patriot Fields in a matchup between the Patriots of Colonia and the JFK Mustangs. We head to the second inning with Colonia on top. 2-0. Chad Barrow will lead off for the Mustangs. He comes in batting .233 with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. So he's got some pop, Mike.
And Chad's the Mustangs' left fielder.
It's under this one. Let's see if Kapik has
room,
and
quick
he
out.
does. 1 pitch, 1 out.
1 pitch, 1 out.
That'll bring up Matt DeParis, the center fielder.
Pitching coaches have to love that 1 pitch, 1 out.
Oh, boy.
Hitting coaches, on the other hand, will preach being patient.
Patient, that's it.
Don't swing at the first pitch.
Don't bit that. it's a kind of a mixed bag, right? Don't swing. Take some pitches, make them work the count, but be aggressive.
Well, I've never understood that. You hear players get credit for being aggressive, yet you hear players receive credit for being patient. So which is it? I guess we'll never know.
I think it's all is how if it works out. If you're aggressive and you hit the first pitch for in the gap, then it's good to be aggressive. If you hit the first pitch and you foul it off and you pop out, then you should have been more patient.
And if you're aggressive batting 300, then
yeah,
it's working. If you're aggressive and
the 2-0 count, the Paris slaps that one in the right for a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Mustangs. And it'll bring up the catcher, Tom Farley.
Tom Farley, Craig, is a senior. Tom's a football fan. Favorite movie, Friday Night Lights. His favorite music, anything but country. Anything but country.
ABC.
There you go. Favorite school subject is history.
Mine too. That was mine. Bukwicki takes a good long look, and this one is inside for ball one.
Tom's big moment, getting the game-winning hit in playoffs back in 7th grade. He remembers that. And he'd like to thank his team and his family for being there, especially his mom and dad.
That's nice.
So there you go.
Good job. Good job, Matt. This one right back to Bukwicki. Let's see if they can get
There's
two.
one.
There's one on the first
Nice.
in time.
Double play. Quick inning.
Yep. Double play, 1-6-3, and that will do it for the Mustangs. No runs, one hit, no error, nobody left on at the end of 1.5. 2-0 Colonia. Stay with us.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And there we see Joe Stones on the mound, conferring with Tom Farley as we get set to start the bottom of the second. Colonia scored 2 in the first inning.
Yeah, they're evened up at 2 hits apiece, but Colonia has made them count.
It has. Leading off is Chris DeProfio. Chris was at bat when Chris Cappick got thrown out trying to steal second to end the first inning. He takes ball one. That was in there for a strike. That had some pop on it, Mike. We could hear that up here.
Yeah, I think he just caught a piece of it, too. He was on it. Here's the 1-1. Ooh,
it hit him.
That hit him, yeah.
So DeProfio gets hit by a pitch. He heads on down to first, and that will bring up Kyle Pietra Peratosa.
And Kyle's a left fielder for the Patriots. Kyle's a junior. Favorite sport, baseball. Favorite movie, Olympus Has Fallen. He's a rock music fan, enjoys business in school. And after this pitch, we'll check out his most memorable baseball moment.
He swings and fouls this one away down the third base side.
His most memorable baseball moment for Kyle, a walk-off slam, walk-off grand slam, the 12U All-Stars. So that goes back a few years. That's something he's never forgotten. He'll never forget, a walk-off grand slam.
Yeah. You don't do that many times in your life at any level. Now he squares the bunt, pops it up in the air, but it lands in foul territory. And now he's in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes.
And Kyle's a Yankee fan. But right now he's in the hole, 0-2.
Profio was off on the pitch. And that one is hit hard, but foul. Colonia doesn't steal. I'm looking at their statistics here, Mike. Colonia doesn't steal a lot of bases.
Yeah, they're Joe Catino's leading. Looks like Joe Catino's leading the team with 3.
And Durkin has 2.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody else with a stolen base. This one is hit on the ground. Off the glove of Stone, and that's going to be a tough
it's
luck
going to be an infield hit
for the Mustangs. Giordano tracks it down. That's one of those balls. If Stone hadn't gotten his glove on it, would have been a ground ball out. Probably wouldn't have gotten DeProfio because he was in motion. But instead, 2 on and nobody out. We're going to give him an error or a base hit on that one?
My money goes for a hit, but
Scoreboard gave him an error.
Scoreboard gave him an error. All right.
So there we go.
Adam Skolnick's a senior. His favorite sport's basketball.
Now Giordano creeps in at first, and it's up high to Skolnick.
And Adam is another senior whose favorite subject is senior leave.
I don't think that counts.
Probably not. Doesn't do much for your GPA.
Yeah, this one is hit right back.
Right back toward us.
Yep.
Not for that screen, we would have had a souvenir, Craig.
There we
Either
go.
that or a broken nose, either one. His most memorable baseball moment when he won the 12-year-old districts.
It was a good team that year.
Apparently
It's
so.
at least the second or third one that we had to talk about that, right?
Here's the 1-1. He squares.
This one he gets it down. Stone fields it. Goes on to Buckcoat's covering. And the sack will go 1-4. Runners each move up. So we got second and third with 1 out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Eddie DeFabio. Now I have a confession to make.
Please do.
Eddie DeFabio is my wife's first cousin's son. So in our family, that makes him my nephew. So
all right.
I'm not unbiased here. That's a strike.
That's
to
okay.
Eddie.
That is okay.
Fabio is a senior. He squares. And on the suicide squeeze, DeFabio misses the ball, and DeProfio is tagged out. And that's a tough break for the Patriots.
Yeah, that is. They had 1 out, 2 men in scoring position.
2 on and nobody out. Now they got nobody. So DeFabio will hit away now as he takes the ball in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the senior. Not listed on our list, so perhaps he has not batted this season. Here's the windup. The pitch, and he gets plunked. That's the second one of the inning. We go ask Eddie. My guess is he's going to tell me, why didn't that happen 3 pitches ago? And that'll take us back to the top of the lineup, and Joe Catino, who led off the game for Colonia with a double into the right center field gap.
Well, Joe has a chance now to add to this lead. 2 on, 2 out.
Here's the windup and a pitch. It is up high for ball 2, so Catino ahead in the count now. 2 on, nowhere to put him, so Stone's going to have to challenge him here. Here's the pitch, and that is inside. Almost hit him. So Joe Stone been a little bit wild this inning.
All of a sudden he can't seem to find the zone.
He's hit 2 batters, but has so far managed to escape without any runs being scored. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that is outside.
That loads him up.
For ball 4. Ferrantino will be up. He grounded out on a nice play by Buckholz at second base. Farley goes out to confer along with Hernandez and Stone, talking about what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to change the signs with a runner on second base. Sometimes they will. At the pros level, they do. I'm not sure if they do here at high school. That one is in there for a strike.
Finney's got a good eye. He leads Colonia with 12 base on balls, 12 walks, so he knows the zone.
Stone taking a real long look at DeFabio on second.
Ooh.
Ferrantino swings through that one. And now he's in a hole, no balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded. 2 out, top of the second. Patriots on top, 2-0. So the 2s are wild here. Stone checks the run. Now he steps off. and calls for Farley. So something he didn't like, something he didn't see. Oh, bottom of the second. Sorry. Just feel free to correct me on the air. You don't have to try to make me feel like I remembered it.
Well, you had me confused, Craig. I thought maybe I had an attack of disorientation.
There we go. Stone in the windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That was in the dirt. And
so they leave him loaded.
I don't know why he couldn't run the Farley stepped on the plate. Okay, so that'll do it. That'll explain that. Farley steps on the plate, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, one error, and 3 men left on. At the end of 2 full innings of play, it's Colonia 2 and JFK nothing.
RBIs and 36 homers. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it deep back into the stands.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Top of the third, Colonia jumping to an early lead. Craig 2-0 over the JFK Mustangs. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin on a Sunday afternoon in Bridgewater.
Hey, it doesn't get better than this, Michael. Sunday afternoon, watching a couple of baseball games, watching some good high school ball. I love high school sports.
Well, as we mentioned, this is, of course, one of the best rivalries in Woodbridge. And
leading off for the Mustangs is Jose Sierra, the right fielder. Jose comes in batting at .083, no home runs, 2 RBIs. On the mound, Justin Bukowicki. Bukowicki's been terrific. He's given up a single hit in each of the first 2 innings, but hasn't given up a run. Mustangs got a runner to third with 2 outs in the first. But that's as close as they've come. Here's the windup and a pitch, and that's down low. 3 balls, no strikes now to Sierra. Bukowicki had a real quick inning last inning, Mike. He had six pitches. And
well,
now he walks Sierra on 4.
Not happening here. That brings us to the top. Zach Buchholz now, our second baseman. Zach leads the Mustangs in being hit by pitches. Been hit by a pitch 3 times this season.
That's probably something you don't want to lead the team with, right? That hurts.
Yeah, and he doesn't appear to be crowding the plate either, unless he dives in at the last minute.
So we have a break in the action here as Buchholz repositions himself. He flew out to right field. Nice play by Adam Skolnick back in the first inning, lead off the game.
I think we might have mentioned before, Zach is also a stolen base leader, but only 2, though. Zach has 2 stolen bases, and only 4 other players for the Mustangs have a stolen base this year, so they don't depend on the running game too much.
Kowicki now behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Gets that one in there for a strike. And boy, did he need that. He had thrown 6 consecutive balls, Mike. Yeah, Torres has very small lead. Of course, Bukowicki's a lefty. There's the windup. The pitch, that one is inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Good hitters count for Buchholz. He comes in batting .214. .42 at-bats, 9 hits. Scored 11 runs. Bukowicki steps off the base, and Sierra retreats. Here's the windup. And a pitch, and that is swung on and hit under the glove of Chris DeProfio. Base hit for Buchholz. And the Mustangs have their first 2 men on base here to start off the third. They trail 2-0. That'll bring up their number 2 hitter, Adonis Hernandez. As we said, Hernandez batting just .258, but his slugging percentage is .710.
Yeah, he's got some pop. He's leading the team with 12 RBIs.
He's also got a triple. He's got 3 home runs, a triple,
and 3
doubles.
Yeah.
He only has 1 single. He has 8 hits in the season, 7 of them for extra base hits.
It's either all or nothing.
Yeah. He's only batted 31 times. Makes me think that he must have been injured for a part of the season.
Yeah, this is apparently only the 10th game he's appeared in.
Yeah, he's he transferred in, if I'm not mistaken, but that was last year, so he didn't have to sit out anything. He's also the ace of the pitching staff, although Stone has more wins. Maybe he's not the ace of the pitching staff then. Don't want to offend the Stone family. Forgive me if I'm wrong, or the Hernandez family.
We try not to offend anybody
No.
when we do this.
Big spot here, though, for Adonis Hernandez. Big spot here for Justin Bukowicki. There's one hit hard right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Sierra rounds third. He'll score.
Oh, he hesitated, but he's in.
Here's a long throw, closer than I thought. If
he might not have picked up his third base coach. Third base coach is waving him on. He hesitated around third, and a good throw would have gotten him, but it did not happen. So JFK picks up their first run.
It's a strong throw by Durkin, but a little bit high, and so the Mustangs are on the board. He did get all the way home on a fly, though. The RBI by Hernandez, his 13th of the season, and that will bring up Eric Giordano. Giordano batting .435. He walked his first time up. 2 on, nobody out. Bukowicki in a jam right here. Giordano looked like he was trying to hit a home run with that pitch.
Yeah, he was
swinging
for the proverbial downs on that one.
3:15 down the line here in right field. 4:02 dead center. I don't think we're going to see many balls hit out of there. 3:17 down the left field line. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one is outside. Nice play.
That was a nice block
stop
by Chris Capek. Yeah, nice block.
They don't have the distance up on the alleyways. Or in the alleys, not the alleyways.
Eric has scored 15 runs for the Mustangs. Singles hitter, 16 singles this year. He gets on.
That hit him. Sure that Giordano moved too much to try to get out of the way. Took one for the team. It was a curveball, so didn't hurt too much. He trots on down.
So now they're loaded up for the cleanup hitter, Joe Stone.
Nobody out. So Stone with a chance to really help his cause. Bukowicki.
Joe leading the team with 21 hits. So he's in good position now to break this game open. And possibly put JFK in the lead.
There's a big pitch. There's a strike. Nice pitch by Bukowicki. Bukowicki looked in control the first 2 innings. This one is hit right up the middle. There's another base hit. Durkin with the ball. Buckholz scores. Hernandez stops at second. And we've got ourselves a tie game on a line drive single by Joe Stone.
Ties it up.
It was hit so hard that Hernandez didn't have a chance to score from second. And we have action now in the Colonia bullpen. Can't see who that is. Action in the JFK bullpen, too.
Both
That's
bullpens. Yeah,
surprising.
We
And there we see. Who is that number?
Well, I see 28 to the left.
28
but
the catcher.
Okay.
32?
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay. Being told it's 37.
30,
it's 33. We don't have a 33 on our roster.
In the bullpen.
So we'll have
figure
to
it out.
Check that and get back to you. Let's see if we have it here. Bear with us. No, don't have that.
Here's a bouncer.
Nice play. Going to come home with it. So DeProfio gets the out at home. And the game remains tie on the fielder's choice. Off the bat of Pablo Torres.
Yeah, so now the Mustangs have the bases loaded, 2 down. And that brings up the left fielder, Chad Barrell.
No, just 1 out.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That one is down
It does say 1 out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you weren't looking at that.
Yes, I was.
Oh.
Thanks for trying to say that. Nice save, Craig, but yes, I was.
Still not out of a jam, but in better shape now. Now a double play gets the Patriots out of the inning. But Bukowicki falls behind in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes to Burrell. Burrell with some power. He's got 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. There's a strike. He was taken all the way on that one because that was right down Broadway. Burrell with a .478 slugging percentage. In addition to those 2 home runs, he's got 3 doubles and a triple. This is a dangerous hitter. And that one gets past Kapik. Trotting home with the go-ahead run is Eric Giordano.
So the Mustangs take the lead.
And the count goes to 3-1 after the wild pitch.
JFK scoring 3 so far now in the top of the 3rd. Now they're ahead of Colonia 3-2.
Now they bring the infield in.
Bukowicki now the 3-1 count. Bit of a jam here.
Trying to cut off any further damage. And here's the windup. The pitch, and that is swung hard. Gets past the diving DeFabio into right field. 1 run scores. Torres holds up at 3rd. And Burrell has an RBI. And the Mustangs have a 3-2 lead, and we're going to get a trip to the mound by Coach Hennessy. This was, as we said, only the 2nd outing by Bukowicki, and he's coming out of the game. We gave him 2 strong innings and ran into some trouble here in the 3rd. And the Patriots are going to go to the bullpen. We'll take a break, and we'll be back, so stay with us, everybody.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. It's also 100% preventable. If your home was built before 1978, visit leadfreekids.org to learn more.
All right, Craig, on the mound now for the Patriots, Mike Wilson making his 2nd appearance. He's 0-0. Mike has an ERA of 2.30.
We had him on our list as 32, folks. That's why we couldn't tell who he was when he was warming up. But
well, he's pitched 3 innings so far, given up 2 hits. And now he comes in with 1 out and 2 on, runners at the corners.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Wilson.
And Matt DeParis, the center fielder.
Paris singled his first time up. There on his hit. Chopping ball. DeFabio gloves it. No play. The run scores.
That was one of those seeing eye hits. Nothing you could do with that.
Yep. So on the infield hit, DeParis will pick up an RBI. Burrell goes to 2nd, and Torres scores to make it 4-2. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is a nice pitch. That was at the knees for a called strike.
And catcher Tom Farley steps in.
Farley hit into a 1-6-3 double play his last time up. Taylor made, got the Patriots out of a jam. Wilson's 2nd pitch is High and away for ball 1.
Tom Selective at the plate leads the Mustangs in walks with 10 this year.
Bukowicki. Hook is closed on him now. He pitched 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs, all earned. Gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, and that one is hit in the air into left field. Pietra Paratosa makes the catch near the line for the second out. And back to the top of the order. I'm sorry, one more batter. That'll bring up Jose Sierra. Sierra led off the inning with a walk. Finishing up the line on Bukowicki. As I said, he walked 2 batters, hit 1, didn't strike out anybody. He can be the losing pitcher. He can't be the winning pitcher. Mustangs have put up a 5 spot here in the 3rd inning to take the lead. That one is just outside for a ball.
Joe Sierra now. Mike Wilson trying to stop the bleeding here, and they're in the top of the 3rd. As Craig mentioned, JFK putting up 5 runs. They were down 2-0 at one point.
This one hit on the ground hard. Ferragamo
Force
flips
a second.
to DeFabio for the force, and that will do it. But not before the Mustangs pick up 5 big runs. They had 4 hits and left a runner on base. So we've reached the end of 2.5 with the score. JFK 5 and Colonia 2. We'll be back.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the flag kind of just a little bit of breeze sort of floating in the wind. Pretty picture here at Somerset Stadium for this afternoon's matchup with the Patriots coming to bat, trailing 5-2. They led after 2, but JFK broke through this last inning. And that one is hit hard down into left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Rawl picks it up, throws it in. And Scott Durkin has a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 3rd for the Patriots. Durkin, good day so far. He's got a base hit and had a sacrifice fly.
1 pitch, 1 on.
Yep. Both teams have had a lot of base runners throughout the game. Second inning was a tricky inning for Colonia. First batter was hit by a pitch. Then there was an error on a tough play. Well, it gave the pitcher an error on that. First and second. Then the sacrifice. Then the caught stealing on a missed suicide squeeze bunt. But that batter got hit by a pitch. Then a walk. Finally a strikeout. So it was sort of an odd inning. And that ball gets away from Farley. He can't see it.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of everything in 3 short innings. Ryan Pennell, 3 doubles this year. Ryan has 13 hits.
2 balls, 1 strike. Heading the count now. Pennell doubled into right field. That went off the glove of Sierra.
Actually, that'd be 14 hits, and he leads the Patriots in hits now with 14.
He's got a 3-1 count here, so he's in all set up as the Patriots try to battle back. And there's a strike on the outside corner. The count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. You see Joe Stone on the mound, looking for his 4th win of the season. There's a strike.
Ooh. I caught the corner.
Yeah. And that'll do it. Second strikeout of the game for Stone. I'll bring up Chris Capek, the catcher. He singled to left his first time up, drove in a run. And got caught stealing to end the first inning. Takes this one down low for ball one. Cappick comes in batting .285, no home runs, 4 RBIs. That one's way up high.
Little chin music.
Almost hit him in the top of the head. So Cappick ahead now. 2 balls and no strikes. Stone got behind to Pinnell the last time, but was able to battle back and get the strikeout. Let's see how he does here. This one is inside. Did he go?
He went around, yep. That was an excuse me swing.
2 balls, 1 strike now.
One out.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Craig. I was just going to say
there goes
there he
Durkin.
goes.
Here's the throw. It's in the dirt. Nice catch, and then he slides off the base.
Overran the bag.
Torres applies the tag.
Overran the bag.
So
that was a huge break for the Mustangs.
It was, because he had the base. Ball was short, took a hop. Torres fielded it nicely and wisely put it on. Now big hop to Torres. He gets it. Crossed the diamond in time, and that'll do it. So 1 hit, but nobody left on. And at the end of 3 full innings of play, Mustangs 5, Patriots nothing. Mustangs 5, Patriots 2. We'll be back.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Forbes and Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you this Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I got a good game going on. A little back and forth. Top of the 4th, JFK up 5-2. They battled back, put up 5 in the top of the 3rd. So they showed some offensive prowess.
And Mike Wilson back on to pitch in his 2nd inning. He got the Patriots out of the jam in the 1st. I'm not in the 1st. In the 3rd, I should say. In his 1st inning of work. Buchholz flew out to right field and singled back in the 3rd. Also scored a run. Wilson's pitch is outside, so the count evens at 1-1 as we begin the 4th inning. It's a nice crowd here. Woodbridge has arrived. They play in the next game against Spotswood. This one is lofted into center field. Durkin drifts under it, makes the catch, and there's one away.
And Adonis Hernandez steps in. Adonis, the Mustangs shortstop.
Hernandez grounded out in the 1st and singled and drove in a run back in that 3rd inning. It was a big inning for JFK. That one is outside. Wilson with the windup and a pitch. Swings through it. Strike 2.
Mike Wilson had some heat on that one.
Yeah, he did. That was strike 1, I should say. 1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. This one outside. 3-1 now.
Get the feeling he doesn't want to come in too far inside to Hernandez.
Yeah,
Hernandez pulling down the line.
I think he saw those 3 home runs. Hernandez gets underneath this one. Shortstop moving back, coming in now, and now Ferragamo Ferentino makes the catch. That'll be 2 outs. So a couple of pop fly and a fly ball. And that'll bring up Eric Giordano. Giordano walked, got hit by a pitch. He scored a run. Comes into game batting .435. He's still at .435.
Eric, the Mustangs' first baseman.
There's a strike. So Wilson's done an incredible job. He came in and gave up a base hit to Paris. Then he got Farley and Sierra to end the inning, and this one is going to drop in for a little base hit.
That's a nice piece of hitting. He reached for a high outside pitch and just poked it to left.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Huh? That's why he's the number 3 hitter and batting .435.
Nice piece of hitting by Eric Giordano.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter and the pitcher, Joe Stone. Stone is 2 for 2. He singled in the first, singled and drove in a run back in the third. And there's a strike.
Eric Giordano only 1 stolen base.
Wilson with the windup and a pitch. That one is in there for a called strike 2. So now he's way ahead. Wilson looks young. He looks like he might be a junior at best. Here's the pitch, and that one bounces in the dirt. Kapik with the nice stop.
Yeah, nice block by Kapik. No advance.
County goes to 1-2 now. As we play here on the top of the 4th inning. Wilson goes over to first, but Giordano goes back easily.
5-2 Mustangs, 5-8-1 for JFK, 2-4-0 for the Colonia Patriots.
Neither one of these teams likes to run a lot. Not much of a lead at all. And there's strike 3.
Right,
nice pitch by Wilson. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on at the end of 3.5. It's JFK 5 and Colonia 2. We'll be back.
Yeah, salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday, let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the Woodbridge Barons waiting to get on the field for the next game. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, Mustangs on top, 5-2. And there we have a new pitcher in the game. There he is, number 14. And let's see if we find him on our roster.
In the meantime, leading off for the Patriots, it'll be the 3rd baseman, Chris DiProfio.
That's Jose Sierra, who used to be the right fielder, which means we have a new right fielder in the game. Yeah. Sorry, folks, we hadn't been given the roster, or not the roster change, but the fielding changes. So Sierra comes into the game.
Trying to see the number of the new right fielder, but it's a little distant.
Sierra comes in. This is his 6th appearance. Pitched 11 1/3 innings. Here's the windup and a pitch, and that is outside. So count goes to 2 balls, no strikes on Chris DiProfio. DiProfio was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning and then got caught on the suicide squeeze. Give you the line on Sierra: 6 runs, 5 earned, 8 hits, 4 singles, 4 doubles, no triples or homers. He's walked 16, so he can be wild. He hit 1 batter, struck out 13, and he is 1-1 on the year with a 5.0 ERA. I'm sorry, that's a .5.
So 0.5. And he's got
Oh, no, his ERA is 3.09. Okay.
Winning percentage.
Yeah, winning
Okay,
percentage.
I'm looking at the wrong column. And we got 3-1 count now.
And he gets that one
That's ball
inside,
4.
so Profio walks on 5 pitches. And that'll bring up Kyle Pietra Peritosa, who reached on an error his first time up. And we'll give you Stone's line in just a minute. There's a strike. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was the cough button.
I believe it's that one.
It blew out Mike's ears.
I think that's an inactive cough button.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the windup. The pitch that had some gas on it, but it was outside. As we said, he can be wild. He's walked 13 batters in just 11 innings. 11 and a third.
That's a phantom cough button. That's more of a breathe button.
Here's the windup. The pitch slap foul down the third base line, and so Sierra gets ahead in the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Pietro Pertosa wanted that. He was all over that pitch.
Yeah, he was.
But a little late.
Sierra's a senior. Gives a look over to the Profio at first. Profio, a hockey player, if I'm not mistaken, as well. That one is high and outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Pietro Peritosa as he bats here in the bottom of the 4th with the Patriots trailing by 3. Went off to a good start. Up high, 3-2 now. So full count.
So Sierra had him at 1-2. Now, as Craig mentioned, he runs the count out full.
Let's see if they start the runner now. Nobody out here in the 4th inning, trailing by 3. There's runner does not go, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. The first strikeout of the game, and that'll bring up Adam Skolnick. Adam laid down a nice sacrifice bunt his first time up. Move the runners along. There's a ball. Quick throw over. Did he get him?
Nice throw.
Yes, he did.
Nice pickoff move.
That was
nice
a quick move by Sierra.
That was a Sierra.
And he gets the Profio, and so the Profio gets picked off. The Profio has some tough luck on the bases there. Count remains 1 ball and no strikes as Skolnick bats here now with nobody on after the pickoff, and that's outside for ball 2.
You know, Craig, one of the finest things an announcer can have is a Cracker Jack production crew. We just had delivered to us a pair of binoculars.
That's good.
So now
we can redo the...
if there's action in a bullpen, or if I need to see the number of a distant outfielder, there's no excuse.
I think that's Joe Stone out there in right field now. He just gave us a clear view of his back, and that's up high. So Skolnick ahead now, 3 balls and 1 strike.
So we just did a flip. Stone for Sierra.
I think, but you should check that out.
All right.
You got the binoculars.
I do. It is number 8.
And that's Joe Stone. And that one is
lost him
outside. Ball 4. So Skolnick heads on down to first. And what a big play that pickoff was. Right? It would have been first and second with just 1 out. And it'll bring up a pinch hitter. Eddie DeFabio was scheduled to bat. But instead, we are going to get number 4, who is Grony. Let's see if we can get Mr. Groney's first name. I don't know what the delay is. I guess they're giving us time to get... Well, they gave us a different name. Groney was on our list, but... All right, they indicated Brian Kopko.
Brian Kopko.
So Brian Kopko is the batter.
Brian has 12 hits, 4 RBI.
Batting 300. He replaces Eddie DeFabio. Eddie the senior got to start today. Sierra in the windup, and there's a strike.
Right at the knees.
Nice pitch.
So the count's 0-2, 2 outs. Colonia has a man on first, trying to erase a 3-run deficit.
Well, Sierra hitting the count still, but he throws a lot of pitches and he throws a lot of balls. Kopko comes in, his favorite sport. There's a ball 2 as he misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Brian Kopko's a junior. His favorite sport is? What do you got, Mike? What do you think?
Let's go with baseball.
There you go. Olympus Has Fallen, his favorite movie. Seems to be popular among the Colonia players. Likes rap music. English, his favorite subject. Playing travel baseball with all of his good friends is his most memorable moment.
That'll do it.
And that'll do it. Says Sierra strikes out his second batter of the inning. And the Patriots strand a runner. And at the end of 4 full, it's 5-2. JFK. Come on back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Mike Wilson gets set to start the top of the 5th, as he will take on Pablo Torres, Chad Barral, and Matt DeParis, the number 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Mustangs. Final line on Joe Stone. 3 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 hit batsmen, and 2 strikeouts. He goes out on top, so he could be the winning pitcher and pick up his 4th win.
And Pablo, the Mustangs' third baseman, got 7 RBIs this year, 3 doubles. And he steps in against Mike Wilson. 0-1.
Kopko looks like he is in at third base now. And moving from third to, well, let's see. I can't see the numbers. You need better eyes, I think. So there were some defensive changes for Colonia, though they haven't been announced.
One and 2 now on Pablo Torres.
And we'll try to get those for you. Wilson
1-2
takes
pitch.
something off of that. Nice pitch. Second strikeout in a row.
Yeah, he had him completely fooled on that one, Craig.
Yeah, he did.
Pulled the string a little high, looked nice and fat coming in. But no go. 1 down brings up Chad Barral. Chad, the left fielder for the Mustangs. And the pitch.
There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Throw on time. And for first, trying to see who that second baseman is. Okay. That is Adam Skolnick. He moved from right field to second base.
So 2 quick outs for the Mustangs. Brings up Matt DeParis. Matt, the Mustangs' center fielder.
Which means, of course, that we have another right fielder. And that one is outside for ball 1.
Foul tip held on to 2 quick strikes now.
Paris singled. It was an infield base hit, driving a run in that 3rd inning where Mustangs scored all of their runs. And he also singled back in the 2nd. So he's having a good day. 2 for 2 and an RBI. And he's ahead in the count. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Just called that a strike. I had it as.
Mike Wilson likes to. I was going to say, Craig, he likes to work quickly.
There's another one. Skolnick up with it in time. So 1, 2, 3 inning for Wilson. And that'll do it. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Still 5-2 JFK. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now Mustangs on top, 5-2. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you.
And we're at the top of the lineup. Joe Catino, first baseman for the Colonia Patriots. And Joe has 11 hits this year. He's batting .323.
Jose Sierra on the mound, working his 2nd inning.
Pokes that one foul. 2 quick strikes now on Catino.
We think we've determined that C.J. Lehman is in right field. Here's the problem, folks, and I just want to explain because we actually do know what we should be doing. They haven't announced the substitutions over the microphone because there's no way to get the substitutions from the umpire to the booth. So we don't know. Apparently, Kopko's gone in to play third base. Lehman, DeFabio's out, and Lehman has gone to right. Solnick has come in to play second. Somebody else must have moved. And we'll try to figure that out, who's batting where when they come to bat. In the meanwhile,
it's 2-2 to Joe Catino, the Patriots' leadoff hitter, first baseman.
After I felt compelled to give you that long-winded explanation, Catino wraps this one down the right field line, but foul.
But Craig, we're more enlightened now that you've explained. We're more enlightened.
So, all right, hold on 1 second. Boy, I'll tell you, this is service. This Lee Beckerman, he's on top of everything now. Let me write a note here.
2-2 pitch coming up, way outside. Count is full now to Joe Catino. Here's the payoff pitch. In the air to left. And one down. Chad Barrell making the play. And one out for Colonia brings up the shortstop, Vinny Ferrantino. 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for JFK. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Colonia Patriots. It's way high. Jose Sierra on the mound for the Mustangs. A tall kid. The 1-0. That's lined into right for a base hit. That's hit number 6 for the Colonia Patriots. Brings up center fielder Scott Durkin. So 1 on, 1 out for Colonia. Quick throw over to first. Sierra has a nice move to first. And the pitch outside. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Another quick throw over to first.
I'm back.
Just mentioning what a nice move to first Sierra has.
He
Craig.
does. Nice quick move. That one is hit hard. Torres goes to second for 1 on the first. Not in time. That was close. Good strong arm by Hernandez.
So the Mustangs get the lead runner. 2 down now. And Ryan Pinnell, the DH, steps in.
Little breeze now. Breeze picking up. You saw before the flag was basically just kind of floating around. Sierra up high for ball 1. Starting to blow a little bit. Getting a little cloudy. It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow. We're full service here. Sports, weather.
Weather. Next we'll be doing traffic. We have a bird's eye view, Route 287.
287's moving nicely.
It really is. Traffic is northbound and southbound moving very well. So we've covered it all, Craig. We have covered it all.
That's it. Well, we see the trains. The trains look to be running on schedule.
Ooh,
another quick move. But Durkin gets back.
If I had a laptop, I'd get news wires. I get AP. I could throw in some news headlines, but we'll stick with sports today.
That's it. We'll stick with what we have in front of us. And there goes
runner
the runner.
Goes.
What a jump he had. He's going to make it standing up.
There is no way he was going to be thrown out.
Durkin had to be
halfway down by the time
he released the ball.
By the time the pitch came. Counts even now at 1-1.
That one is in there for a called strike. We don't have the home plate umpire name, but he has been consistent there. He's giving him
very
an
consistent.
outside corner.
He's calling a good game.
Here's the windup, the pitch swing, and a miss, strike
That'll
3.
do it.
Third strikeout for Sierra. And Patriots strand 1. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. 5-2 Mustangs. Come on back.
Hi, I'm Graham Parker. You're watching the Woodbridge Channels. Bring your community home.
To the top of the 6th we go. JFK up 5-2. Mike Forbes, Craig Coughlin. A triple header here today in Bridgewater. Tom Farley leads it off for the JFK Mustangs. Tom, the Mustangs catcher, and the pitch.
Hit hard, but right to the first base coach for strike 1. Wilson takes something off that, but it's up high for ball 1. Wilson working his, this is his third inning. He started,
right?
but he came in to get, he got 2 outs back in the third, so it's really the 4th inning he's pitched in.
One and two
gets
now.
Loose from the bullpen as we got action out there for JFK. And we see the field.
You see that stiff breeze you mentioned blowing out toward left field, Craig.
Okay.
Right across the outfield. That's
There was
playable.
Foul. Kopko makes the catch in foul ground. And thank you, Bruno. Bruno Martins now has the has gotten the lineup changes for us, Mike.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. C.J. Lehman has indeed gone on into play right field, but he will bat in the 6th spot in replacing DeProfio, who has exited the game.
And C.J. Lehman is now in right for the Patriots?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, Adam Skolnick is no longer in right, obviously.
Strike one. Zelink has gone in to play left field, replacing Pietro Peritosa. And that is outside for ball 1. Kopko's gone on to play third base, and he will bat in the number 9 hole. Zelink will bat in the 7th hole. So there we have the changes. Thank you very much. That one is swung on, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Jose Sierra.
Yeah, real nice. He went with the pitch on that. Nice clean single to right with 1 out. And to the top of the order we go, Craig. Zach Buchholz, JFK's second baseman.
And my guess is Coach Hennessy gave the seniors a chance to start here. I don't know. Let's see. I know, as I said, that Eddie DeFabio is a senior. DeProfio is also a senior. Pietro Peritosa is a junior, so there goes that theory.
Takes a little off that one. Ball 1.
1 out, 1 on. Top of the 6th. And that one is up high for ball 2. I'm sorry, yeah, ball 2.
Nine hits for JFK in this game, and they've made them count. They're up 5-2. Wilson goes to first. Trying to keep Jose Sierra honest over there. The 2-0 to Buchholz coming up.
And when it's hit high left field, running back, it's going to be over the head of Zelink. Fields it off the fence, and the ball gets over the head of the shortstop. Sierra is going to come home with the 6th run of the game. And cruising on into second is Zach Buchholz. It would have been a double anyway, but I think Sierra was being held up.
He was at first, but then when the throw got away, the third base coach waved him on. So anyway, it's 6-2 now JFK. That was their 10th hit. Adonis Hernandez steps in. 1 out. Mustangs have a runner on second.
Hernandez 1 for 3. He's a single in the and an RBI. Other than that, he's popped out to the shortstop and rounded out to the second baseman. Heading the count now, 1 ball, no strikes. And that was lofted into right field. Coming on as Lehman makes the catch. Buchholz draws throw. There's 2 away. And that will bring up Eric Giordano with a chance to drive in a run and pad the lead.
Mustangs with 2 down, have a runner in scoring position. And Mike Wilson working from the stretch.
That was hit hard, but on the ground.
Fair ball.
Scooped up there and
taking himself.
Joe Catino, and that'll do it for the Mustangs. But they pick up a run on 2 hits. They strand a runner, and at the end of 5.5, it's Mustangs 6, Patriots 2. We'll be back.
Turning a 20-foot wall into a canvas takes vision. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the 6th now. Patriots need to make something happen. They trail 6-2, and they will send up the number 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Chris Kapik will lead it off. He singled and drove in a run in that first inning, then grounded out to third.
A pitch catches the inside corner for strike one.
He'll be followed by C.J. Lehman and Dan Zelink, who've just entered the game. That one is down low for ball one. Sierra working his third inning. He hasn't given up a run. I'll tell you, the pitching for JFK has been solid. That one is outside for ball two. They gave up 2 runs in the first after that first inning. They kind of they escaped in the second, Mike, but since then, they
definitely
put up some zeros.
Craig, you're right. The Mustangs, after that tough first inning, shut down Colonia.
Colonia should have scored in the second. They had first and second, they actually had first and second, nobody out, and then they had second and third with 1 out. But they couldn't get a run across, even though they had 2 more base runners.
Here's the 2-1.
That's in there for a strike. So the count evens now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the catcher, Chris Kapik. That one is hit up the middle. That's going to be through for a base hit.
So the Patriots put their leadoff runner on. That'll bring up the third baseman, Chris DiProfio.
No, he's out. This is going to be C.J. Lehman.
You're absolutely right about that. I was just testing you. C.J. Lehman, number 7.
And in to run for the Mustangs is number 16, and that is Margolin.
CJ's he's the Patriots' RBI leader with 7 this year.
He didn't get the start today, and there's a pickoff. So
oh man!
Sierra picks off his second runner, and Margolin, the pinch runner, has to trot back. That's not going to be a good conversation.
No, I don't want to be in that dugout right around now. CJ's a junior. His favorite sport's baseball. Favorite movie looks like Sandlot. Sandlot, is that an A? Looks like Sandlot.
Yeah, it's a movie with the Babe Ruth baseball.
It wouldn't be Sunlight, it'd be Sandlot. Favorite subject is math. 2-0 count now. Most memorable baseball moment for C.J. Lehman knocking out Monroe in the counties.
There's a strike. Sierra does throw a lot of pitches.
CJ's in for Chris DiProfio. Is that correct?
That is correct. Takes this one outside for ball 3. 3-1 now. Good hitters count for Lehman. Swings through that one for strike 2, and the count goes full now.
And the base is empty on that pickoff.
Second time. You mentioned it before, Mike. Sierra has a good pickoff move, and there's his 3rd strikeout of the game. I'm sorry, his 4th strikeout of the game. As Lehman swings through the fastball. And that'll bring up Dan Zelink, his first at-bat of the day. Zelink comes in batting 111, 9 at-bats, 1 hit. But he knocked in 2 runs with that hit.
And Dan's a junior. His favorite sport, every sport. He's a multi-sport guy. Favorite movie, Star Wars.
Sort of like my house.
There you go.
If 2 people are playing, 2 or more people are playing it, it's on.
And you have to split yourself in 2 to see everybody. He enjoys English in high school. Plays guitar and the drums. Got some musical talent.
Yeah. He replaced Pietro Peritosa, who had reached on an error and struck out. Zelink takes ball 2. There's the windup, the pitch, and that is fouled straight back. So he was on it. Just a little, got it off the top of the bat.
Counts 2-1, 2 outs for Dan Zelink. And the 2-1.
Is also popped right over us. We have the window open in front of us. So
we have that nice huge screen to protect our faces, Greg.
That's true. Don't want anything happening to those.
No.
There's the windup and a pitch, and this one is lofted in down the first base line. Giordano goes over and then
just out of reach.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit
skittish
about the fence.
The fence.
No, not used to that. The players are not. They're not used to having fences down the first. Usually you go for a mile, and there's a fence ultimately.
Yeah,
not
until you hit a tree.
Not that low kind of concrete barrier. And there's a strike. Strike 3. Nice pitch by Sierra. His 5th strikeout, and that'll do it for the Patriots. No runs, no hits. I'm sorry, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. At the end of 6 full, we head to the 7th. Mustangs on top, 6-2.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Top 7, Craig.
Middle of the lineup.
This is it. Joe Stone, number 4 hitter for the JFK Mustangs, as they lead Colonia 6-2.
I credit the job that Mike Wilson did as he starts the 7th here. This is
he's looked real good.
Working in his 5th inning. He came in the 3rd.
I like about Mike's a lot of poise out there in the mound. Takes very little time between pitches.
Yeah, he does.
He just gets the ball and goes to work.
And throws.
Yep.
That one is in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stone singled in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and scored a run. Knocked in a run on that, and then got caught looking back in the 4th. That one tried to bounce. Bounced it a little too early. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Stone. Outside ball 3.
Mike Wilson trying to work the corners, but now he's in a 3-1 hole, so he's going to have to come in.
And a big hop to the second baseman. It goes off the glove of Adam Skolnick. Sorry. I pushed both buttons that time.
Well, if you push both buttons and nothing happens, then you know that it's just not meant to be.
When I cough, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like an explosion in Mike's ears. So I apologize. I gave him a hit on that.
Brings up Pablo Torres, 3rd baseman for the Mustangs. A little throw to first.
Stone has his 3rd hit of the game.
Overcast now in Bridgewater. Not as sunny as it was a little while ago. Little cooler, a little bit of a breeze, but as long as there are no drops, still a beautiful day for baseball.
Indeed it is. Wilson's only
to Torres.
And the ball gets away.
Ball got away.
Yep. Torres looked like he was going to bunt, and a wild pitch works like the bunt and gives Torres a chance to get an RBI here with a base hit. Wilson's only given up four hits in his 3 2/3. Just 1 run. Everyone sky to right. Lehman makes the catch.
Right there.
Perfectly positioned. Barely had to move. 1 away. That'll bring up Chad Brawl.
Chad, the Mustangs left fielder.
Barrel.
He comes on with 1 on and 1 out. Go ahead, Craig.
Sorry. Barrel fouled out to the catcher. Singled to center in the third to drive in a run, and then grounded out to the second baseman. Back in the fifth. Takes ball 1. There's a strike. There's the windup and a pitch, and that one is in the dirt for ball 2. Nice stop there by Kapik. Stone has to hold at second.
So Chad ahead in the count, 2-1.
No action in either bullpen right now, so it's Sierra's to hold and Wilson's to get out of.
Runner on second, 1 down, and the Mustangs trying to pad a 6-2 lead.
Stone was actually headed back to second on that as Wilson gets the strike. Barrel now even at 2-2. Here's the windup, the pitch, and that one is up high for ball 3. That was a curve. Got up a little high. So wind comes whipping through our broadcast booth. Paper's going flying. Mike and I diving all over the place. Wilson checks the runner, kicks and deals. Swing and a foul right straight back into the screen. So the count will hold at 3 balls. No, I have it as 3-2. It's 2-2 according to the scoreboard.
I think we're at 3-2, Craig.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So a full count. The Mustangs left fielder.
Not much of a lead by Stone. If it's hit hard, he's not going to be able to score.
The payoff.
And that is wrapped into center field. Durkin moves over, makes the catch for the out. And that'll make 2 outs, and that'll bring up Matt DeParis. Center fielder has singled in the second. Infield single back in the third to drive in a run, and then grounded out to the second baseman back in the fifth. So 2 outs as Wilson just 1 out away now from giving the Patriots a chance at 6-2. Still got to work. They got work to do. And that one is up high for ball 1. Wilson's really done a good job. I said that before, but he really has. He's come in and stabilized it. He's given up just 1 run.
Yeah, he did. He came in a tough situation and really showed a lot of poise.
That one is low. Skips between the legs of Kapik. He chases it down as Stone heads on to third on the second wild pitch of the inning.
So now the Mustangs have a man on third with 2 out. Count 2 balls, 1 strike to the catcher, Matt DeParis.
Here's the windup and a pitch up high. Ball 3, 3-0 now. And he walks them. 4 straight pitches. And DeParis will head on down to first. And that'll bring up catcher Tom Farley. I'm sorry. Farley grounded into a double play. He's flied out to left and fouled out to the third baseman. So he's had a bit of a rough day. Chance to redeem himself here, though.
Runners at the corners for the Mustangs, 2 down. Mustangs trying to add a few insurance runs.
There goes the runner. No.
Fake the start.
Fake the start, fake the throw. Everybody was trying to fake the other guy out. Nobody bought it. Ball 1 to Farley. DeParis faked that he was going, and Kapik faked that he was going to throw it. And we see the lead. There's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. There goes
That's
the
gonna be
runner.
a
The throw
close-
is
he
in
got him.
time,
He
and
got him.
Kapik throws him out. So DeParis gets caught stealing. And that will do it for the Mustangs in the 6th. They strand a runner, and we head to the bottom of the 7th with the score 6-2 JFK.
I am Eric LeGrand, and you are now watching the Woodbridge Channels.
And here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Patriots as they are running out of outs. Just 3 to go.
Yeah, this will do it for the Colonia Patriots. They're trying to erase a 4-run deficit, 4 to tie, 5 to win. We go now to the bottom of the 7th.
And on the mound is Eric Giordano. It looks like Giordano making his 4th appearance.
And of course, we'd like to, as always, thank our crew, Director Lee Beckerman, graphic artist Joe Fernandez, our technical director Gina Forbes, our engineer Bruna Martins, on audio Clint Higgins, and our camera people Emil Brandafi, Crystal Bonus, Kevin Estavanik, and Ray, is that Siroji?
Raj Siroji.
Raj Siroji.
Sorry, couldn't read my handwriting.
That's quite all right, Craig, as long as we get it right. So our thanks to our crew this afternoon.
Mike, you should say something nice about your wife, the technical director.
I don't want to appear biased, but...
Why? There's a little slap foul down the third base line.
Just the fact that she's lovely, an excellent cook, wonderful mother, and brought me lunch.
And a terrific technical director, you might add.
And Switch is a mean game. Switch is a mean game, yes. No button is safe with my wife.
Giordano comes in. He's pitched 6 2/3 on the season. Gets a strikeout right there. Giordano's allowed just 2 runs, only 1 earned, 9 hits, 3 walks. He struck out 4 and pitches to a 1.05 ERA. So you can see why he is the closer.
Skolnick. Nice play. Who's that in left field? Chad Barrell?
That is Chad Barrell out there in left field.
Nice diving catch by Barrell. 2 quick outs now. Colonia down to their final out.
And in it, do not want to miss the fact that the third baseman is now, I'm sorry, the first baseman is Peter Fiore, number 12.
Joe Catino steps in. Colonia now down to their final out.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. That is Hernandez on the mound. I apologize. That is Adonis Hernandez. I'm sorry. And there's the foul ball back.
Out in the crowd.
Eric Giordano remains at
Patriots now down to their final strike. 0-2 now.
Well, I struggle to get this through. And the shortstop is now Zach Buckholz. We have a new second baseman. Well, we may never know.
Fair ball.
That's a fair ball. Long throw in time,
Nice
and that'll
play.
do it. So
Nice.
Hernandez comes in,
throw.
picks up the save.
Nice throw, nice scoop.
And I will try to see who the second baseman was. Let's see. Number 10. So we got him in. It's Peter Fiore. I was right for the wrong reasons. Okay, so that will do it. A good game Here, the Mustangs break through with 5 in the third inning. That really was the measure of the game, Mike, and they come away with a 6-2 victory to take their record to 7-7. Patriots drop to 5-10.
Yeah, JFK wanted to at least walk out of here at 500. That they did. They pretty much owned the game. The line, 6 runs, 11 hits for the JFK Mustangs, 1 error. Colonia, 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors.
The winning pitcher is Joe Stone. He moves to 4-1. The loser is Justin Berkowicki. He goes to 0-1. So that will do it for our crew. We'll see if we can get some interviews after the game, but I can't promise that. The distance is logistics a little tricky. Michael, great game.
Always
nice
a
to
pleasure.
be with you.
Always a pleasure, Craig.
We're going to be sticking around. There's another game later on. We'll probably broadcast them separately, but that'll feature the Barons of Woodbridge High against the Chargers of Spotswood. So for now, Craig Coughlin for Mike Forbes saying thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.
Have a good night, everyone.